I'm Rubina Ahmed Haq with Homes Publishing. May is South Asian Heritage Month. Riz Danji is the VP of Sales and Marketing at Canderel, a condo development company. One of the places where South Asians have been very successful is in real estate investment. We are going to find out the impact South Asians have had on the condo market. So we're here with Riz Danji, he's with Canderel, and we're at one of your great presentation centers here, and we're here to talk about South Asian Heritage Month. Riz, start by telling me, what does it mean to be a South Asian, someone so successful and so prominent in the real estate industry, but a South Asian living in Toronto? What does this month mean to you?
Well, thank you for saying a prominent and successful person in the South Asian community. So it's been exciting. It's an exciting industry in Toronto. We have the biggest condo market in the world right now, close to 143 condominiums that are currently under construction, thousands that are being sold each year. So if you want to do condominiums, this is the place to be.
Now, Canderel also targets the South Asian audience or the South Asian buyer. Can you tell us how you guys do that and how that's changed over the last, like you said, 20 years you've been in this business?
Yeah, so, being South Asian myself, one of the important things that we've noticed, is that I personally noticed, is that as a family, we've always purchased real estate. And when I came to Toronto to start marketing, I didn't see a lot of South Asians back in early 2000 purchasing real estate. They would buy land or they would buy houses up north, but nothing in the downtown core. And condominiums made a lot of sense because obviously the resale appreciation, the capital appreciation, and rental appreciation. But since that time till today, the growth in condominium purchases by the South Asian community has grown exponentially.
Why this interest now into buying condos? Like you said, usually South Asians like to buy land. They like to buy big homes, sort of value for the dollar. Why all of a sudden interest now to buy smaller condominium units?
Well, I think what's happening is the younger generation understands the condominium market. They want to live downtown. They want to live in major parts of the core. The older demographic is looking at Brampton, Mississauga, so on and so forth, and the land development side. And they've been telling their parents, you know what, we should be starting investing in real estate downtown. We should be looking at condominiums. And they started purchasing over 2000, and they've been getting great appreciation in their condominiums, and rental both and capital appreciation. They made lots of money, and they're reinvesting it back into the condominium market.
So Riz, what are some of the misconceptions that people might have about the South Asian home buyer or condo buyer that you sometimes come across?
Well, everyone thinks that the South Asian home buyer is looking for value for money. They're looking at buying in Brampton or Mississauga. That's actually not true. I would say out of the downtown core and most of the projects that we're doing and other developers are doing, the single largest community that's purchasing is the Asian community, and the second largest would be the South Asian community. So it's to see the growth of how many South Asians are purchasing condominiums in the downtown core. It dispels that notion that they only want to buy for value. They want to buy for investment. They want to buy for their kids that are moving downtown, who are going to school. They want to be able to rent it out and make positive cash flow. So they're very savvy investors. They understand what they're purchasing. And it's not only about the money, it's about the location and where they feel they can get great bang for their buck in the future.
Is there a particular type of unit that South Asians, depending on, I guess, whether they want to invest in it or live in it, but is there something that is particular to the South Asian buyer that you see over and over again when they're buying a unit that they really look for in that unit?
I think they're looking for smaller suites in that 1-bedroom to 2-bedroom range, in the smaller range.
So Riz, talk to me a little bit about condominium rentals, because they are growing exponentially over especially the last decade or so. Where do you see the rental market going when it comes to condominiums, and why is there so much interest in people wanting to rent out a condo?
Well, the problem that we've had in downtown in particular is that there's been no new rental construction for purpose-built buildings over the past 10 to 15 years. So really the only rental stock that's coming onto the market is the condominium side. So the individual investor who's purchased a condominium, who's looking to rent it out, that's the real rental stock that we have. There's over close to 100,000 people that are moving into the GTA, and a number of them are looking to rent. So with vacancy levels at 1.7% or lower today, it actually makes sense to be able to buy a rental rental and get positive cash flow. So the only thing I see is that the rental market is going to continue to grow, and I think rents are going to go up, at a rate between 4 and 5% each year.
Do you find that in the South, because I see a lot of people downsizing when they have their big home, their kids are moved out, they downsize to a condo, it's a lot easier living. Do you see that trend in the South Asian community? Do you see people sort of moving out of the suburbs into condos, maybe into the downtown core, to sort of have that lifestyle change in their retirement years?
That I can assure you is not happening. So I don't think the South Asians have gotten to the point where they're going to sell their larger home and they're going to downsize to a condominium. It's not prominent with what in our community right now. I do think in the future it could be, as more and more look at downtown and want to be in the core, want to be close to everything, want to be able to go to the movies and the entertainment. But right now, I think that most of them are sticking to the homes that they have as the older generation. Like I said, it's mostly the younger generation that's looking at purchasing the downtown core. The downsizing, I don't think that's going to happen for a number of years.
Okay, well, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us about your projects and about what South Asian Heritage Month means to you.
Thank you very much.